A to-do list might have a line item that says, work on manuscript, but that's so nebulous. That could mean anything, and if you're already struggling to be productive, your brain will seize on any excuse to mark something as complete. So, if I daydream about a title for this book, is that working on the manuscript? If I rewrite a paragraph 4 times, is that working on the manuscript? If I go to drinks with a fellow author and we discuss plot points, is that working on the manuscript? No. None of it counts as working on the manuscript, when what I really need is to get closer to turning in this book on time. Right now, the only thing that matters is word count. Right now, I need to spend every waking minute building one sentence on top of another in order to turn this in on time. So, on my results list, I will list, write 2,500 words. That's the result I want. There's no way to sort of write 2,500 words. You either do it or you don't. And P.S. for all my fellow writers who dream of having a completed nonfiction manuscript, having a mile marker of write 2,500 words 26 times would get you there. Let's say you've decided to set and achieve a new target for your direct sales organization. Your to-do list could have new hit sales target on it. But that's so open-ended. I mean, how in the world is that any direction or focus for your brain? If I talk to 3 new prospective clients, does that count? If I spend an hour researching how to grow in a sales organization, is that good enough? Maybe if you're just trying to stay up to date in your industry, but if you want to get something you've never had, you've got to do things you've never done. Your results list should be specific. Reach out to 100 new prospective clients every day, or close 4 new contracts every week, or increase the average sale per existing customer by 3% to raise overall revenue numbers. Notice with that last one, it's very focused. I like results that are specific and about more than the goal, that are also about expanding on ways to achieve the same outcome. If the last time I tried to increase my business, I focused only on locking in new customers and it was difficult, I can step back and ask myself if there's a smarter way to achieve the same outcome. For instance, I could look at doing more with the clients I do have. Could I send out more emails? Can I create a process to make it easier to sell? Can I be more intentional about upselling to increase overall revenue without having to add a new client base? In this instance, my goal is actually increased revenue, but I've gotten so bogged down in my to-do list that I haven't stopped to consider it in a different light. If I don't write down the results that I'm looking for first, my brain can't help me ask the right questions to get me closer to my actual goal. So make a results list, not a to-do list. That daily results list should never be longer than 5 bullet points. In fact, my daily results list is typically only 2 or 3 points long at most, because the items I'm writing down are major moves for me. When I'm able to knock out even one of them, I feel ecstatic. If you overwhelm your list, you're going to end every single working period feeling like you didn't accomplish much, when, in reality, if you've completed at least one ideal result that pushes you closer to the next mile marker, you are wildly accomplished. That feeling of wild accomplishment needs to be your new habit. You need to make it your goal during every single working period. Not that you set aside time to work, but that you worked to accomplish the right things. 2. Reevaluate efficiency. Knowing the right result to aim for is honestly half the battle. If you started working toward completing one ideal result for every working period, and you did it consistently for the next 3 weeks, I think you'd be shocked to see how much progress you made. But there's something you can do to push this a little further, a little faster. Frankly, I don't know anyone working their way toward a goal who wouldn't love to get there ahead of schedule. So once you've got a clear mile marker in your future and you know the best results to aim for to get closer to it, the next question you want to ask yourself is there something I could be doing that would make this more efficient? If you want to dive into this question in detail, I highly recommend the book The One Thing by Gary Keller. In it, Keller asks a profound question. Not profound in its complexity, but profound in the sense that most of us are often so busy working inside our goals that we never take the time to work on our goals. The question is basically, what's the one thing you could do right now, today, that would make everything else unnecessary? When it comes to your results list, the question should be, what's the one thing I could do right now, today, that would help me achieve all of this faster, easier, more efficiently? For instance, let's go back to my ideal result of hitting 2,500 words. I asked myself how I could get to my daily word count more efficiently, with less hassle, quicker. The answer was pretty simple and incredibly easy to implement. But if I hadn't asked the question, I absolutely wouldn't have considered it. For me, it's about writing at a coffee house. What's so special about a coffee house? Well, I have a great office with a nice desk and a good chair and access to snacks and water and bathrooms at no additional charge, and I've been writing this book for weeks during my regular office hours.